So besides going to events, and again, you can just research this stuff. Like I usually will have an event at least once a week. It can even be virtual. Again, if you need a starting point, Starter U, we do a bunch of free virtual events. Just go to our Luma calendar from our website. So not only attending events, but like I said, going to career fairs. So for me, since Starter U is a job platform, I need employers to come post, right? That's how we make our money, is companies coming to post jobs to hire students. So it's in my best interest always to have real listings and companies who are fresh and need student talent to come post. And that's, again, a huge difference than LinkedIn and some of the other platforms, like even Handshake, because Handshake makes a lot of their revenue from selling to schools, not just from getting employers to post on their site. And Indeed is mainly also just getting employers too. So Indeed is, some people might have bad experiences with Indeed, but at least you can respect that their revenue comes from employers. So it's in their best interest to make sure that they get fresh, real listings that get posted to the site. So I need employers. So what I usually do is when I go to career fairs, I'll network around with the companies that are there and I'll talk to them and tell them about Starter U and how we can help them. And that means you, as job seekers, can also be going and collecting these cards, the HR cards, the business cards, and you get their emails and their contact information every time you go to a career fair. And all you have to do is go on Google and look up in your county or town. So I'm in New York, so you would look up whatever wherever you're from, and you look up career fairs, and usually they'll have ones open to the public. Sometimes it's the schools that post them and put them on. But a majority of the time, it's going to be government and like economic development, those types of organizations that put on the career fairs. And they always get a lot of companies. There's usually, when I go to the career fairs, there's at least 20 tables, 20, 25, 30 tables, which means that there's definitely going to be something that's a fit for you. And I'm sure you're at a point where you are desperate enough to where you're just going to take really anything, which again is another problem, but I'll get to that later. So going to events, and that doesn't mean just career fairs. That also means going to like virtual networking events. Again, use Luma, use Eventbrite, use these other platforms where you can find different events that are going on. Companies are putting them on all the time. Just subscribe to their calendars. You should want your inbox flooded with events that are coming up, whether in person or virtual. Like I probably get 10 to 15 emails a day from newsletters that I'm subscribed to or event calendars that I'm subscribed to. And I'm in WhatsApp groups, I'm in Discord chats, I follow Reddit threads. Like there's all of these methods you could be taking to put yourself out there. And I easily could have had, I'm not going to say I could have landed a job by now, but I could have had an interview by now. And the reason is it's because how easy it is to network around with all of these companies. And I'm meeting all of, if not, I'm meeting the founders, but also people in HR and recruitment. So I could just ask them, and I'm sure they would direct me to the right place or give me a warm referral because I've made good relationships with these people. But again, it was all just from networking. And so a lot of you are probably going to say, well, Starter U is probably just another platform like, LinkedIn, Indeed, where it's just job postings and your application's going nowhere. Well, so here's the difference. So the reason I didn't want to just make another open job platform, and I can name a lot, I'm not going to name drop some of them that are really bad out there that just use AI and try to autofill your applications everywhere. And it's just, they're also destroying the market. The reason I made Starter U niched down is because I understood that in order to get started early, it's just for students, right? You're not getting started early on your job process at 25 years old. That wouldn't make sense. So I've opened the platform to high school students and college students only. Some graduates, some like very recent graduates would be able to utilize it and find some use out of it as well. But the issue is when you're applying to these internships or even just entry level positions, since the market is so backed up and those platforms like LinkedIn and Indeed are just open to the general public, the internships that you're applying for are also being applied for by people who are way older than you and have more experience than you. So these people who should be applying to these jobs that are up here have brought themselves down to the internship level because they're that desperate to just get employed. So you're competing with people who are way out of your league. And not to mention, they just flood the applicant pool and kill your chance of being spotted, right? So even if you were to be spotted, you're still going to get out overshadowed by people who are more experienced. And that's if you even get noticed because you've been washed out. And I can attest to this, right? Because I've posted internships because our company does internships. And then I stopped posting them on LinkedIn because I was so sick of it. So I just use our own portal to hire now so I can actually hire students that I'm looking for. But I would post an internship on LinkedIn. And what I would get is people who have way past graduated college, people who are outside the US, which again, we're a US based company and I'm trying to just hire local students, which is why Stardew is so different. And I would get these people who just are horrible fits. Like, yes, they're obviously qualified, but they're way too overqualified. It's an internship. It's not an entry level position or even just a full time, high up, C suite, just something that they would actually want to apply for. So, of course, I would just ignore them, right? So they're wasting these applications. They're killing the applicant pool for these young kids who are trying to get started. So what I've done is pretty much take Facebook's approach when they first started. Right, how they just started with Harvard and EDU emails.